Hi girls, this week our story is Queen Esther. Once there was a king who needed a new queen. "Let us find you a new queen," said the king's men. Esther and Mordecai were cousins, and they lived in the king's land, and they loved God. Mordecai said, "You could be the new queen." So Esther got ready, and she went to see the king. The king liked Esther, and he said, "Will you be my queen?" And Esther said yes. The king had a helper, and his name was Haman. He was a mean man. Esther and her cousin were Jewish. Haman hated Jewish people. He did not love God. Haman had a plan. He went to the king. "Jewish people are bad. Help me get rid of them." The king did not know that Queen Esther was Jewish. The king was tricked. God's people were in danger, and Mordecai had heard about the plan. Mordecai went to tell Esther, "Esther, save God's people. Maybe that is why God made you the queen." Esther needed a plan. It would not be easy, but Esther was brave. She would help God's people. Esther made a nice dinner, and she invited the king and Haman. The king and Haman were happy, and the king asked, "What can I do for you, Esther?" "Haman tricked you. You signed a law," Esther said. "It says to get rid of all the Jews, and I am Jewish." The king was mad. He didn't like to be tricked. The king said, "Get Haman and arrest him now." The king made Mordecai his new helper. The king was happy with Mordecai, and the king was happy with Esther. The Jewish people were saved, and Esther was a hero. God used Esther to save his people.